Now in the next case, we will be putting an animated button into our project, and it is practically possible to animate a button to show hidden content. The button will be automatically sized according to the visible content size. Now we have to make sure there is enough room for the hidden content to show. So in an order to do that, first of all, let's remove this button element that we have created earlier, and here let's lift it on at the middle of the page. There it goes. And in the first case, we will be creating another div class with an UI animated button where the tab index should be set to 0. There it goes. Now tab index, it is a syntax which is used to focus our button element. This is the purpose of tab index. In the next case, we will be using another div which will be pushing forward the visible content. So this is what we are about to do here. We have practically created another div with two classes here, the visible and the content. Now here I am putting this next item. Now after we have created this visible, first of all let's make some comment regarding it. This is why comment is used. Now after this div element being created, we will be creating another div element where we will be using the hidden contents. And inside this hidden content, we will be using right arrow icon. So here it goes. First of all, we have created a div with some classes into it, like this animated and the button class. Next, inside, this is the parent element practically, this UI animated button class. It is a parent div element, and inside this parent element we have created another div element which will be practically visible to us, and in the next case we have created another child div element where we have used this hidden content and we have used an icon into it. So this is the hidden content and we will be mentioning it right over here. Hidden content, press Ctrl S. Let's head back to our project and reload, and we can see that this is the result. We have practically created this button on hovering which we can see that there comes an arrow and it is gone after we just removed the cursor from over this individual button. Can we see it? So this is a horizontal animated button where the text is replaced with an arrow. Now let's head back to our project first, and here UI animated button. So let's create this fluid class, and now we can see that this is the result. This whole button element, it is practically occupying this individual container width here. Alright, it is working perfectly. In the next case, we will be now, first of all, we can see that this is a horizontal animated button element here. In the next case, we will be concentrating into some vertically animated button element into our project. So in this particular case, once again, we will be creating another set of elements and we will be removing, of course, this button element. All we are about to do, we are about to create a button with some vertical animation into it. So we will be creating a div with UI vertical animated button, as we had created earlier, this is going to be the parent div element, and inside we will be once again creating a visible content. Visible, the spelling is not proper. Always keep tracking of your spelling or other specs, because any little mistake or any little error into this coding part will be resulting into an error in your display section into the browser. So that is why it is always needed to observe this coding. So this is the visible content class, and inside this class now we will be creating this shop icon. So this is the visible content part. Now we need to mention it properly here. And here we need another hidden content class. So we will be now creating this div using two classes here, this hidden and this content, and here we will be mentioning as shop. Now this is the second div that we have created. So there it goes. Now if we head back to our project and reload, we can see that this is the result. So we can see that shop for more, this individual element is practically going down, and this shop text instead is taking up the button element. Now if we have an inspection of this individual button, we can see that there goes the div plus hidden content, and we can see that for this vertical animated button hidden content, it says the top minus 50%, left 0. So every possible specs are provided right over here. So each and every classes are practically been defined right over here. This is how we may make usage of all these animations, as we can see here. So this is the horizontal animation in case of a button element, and this is the vertical animation in case of this individual button element. So this is it up to this far. In the next case, we will be using some additional classes in order to know these individual button elements. Those we may make usage into our project from this UI semantic language.